You are now listening to the Platinum Achievement Podcast, bringing gamers together from around the world. A PixelPine.com production. Here are your hosts. Stay a while and listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Platinum Achievement Podcast, where we bring together, well, basically two people from different corners of the world to have a chat. Possibly argue, but we always tend to remain friends afterwards. My name is Matthew Keel. Hello, Internet. How are you? And always with me is the Lebanese lady killer himself, Chris Har. How are you, sir?
Je suis... fuck, forgot French.
Je suis fuck. Gotcha. Sweet. Yes, I am fuck. And we're off to a flyer already. So, Chris, you been playing anything?
I've been playing Persona 5 and Breath of the Wild.
So you're playing both of those concurrently?
Yes.
That seems like it would make me dizzy.
I play Breath of the Wild at work, and I play Persona at home.
Okay. I'll just ask the dumb question, get it out of the way. Is there one you prefer to the other?
It's a dumb question.
I know, that's what I said it.
I mean, they're so different. I can't say if there was a gun on my head and forced me to say, I'm gonna say Persona.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Zelda is really good. I mean, it's really good. I mean, I don't think I can go back to the older Zeldas, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there.
Yeah.
I've tooled around a little bit with it since we last talked, and I still haven't left the first island, or the first area, because I'm just having too much fun doing stuff there. But yeah, the game's good. Game's real good.
Yeah. I've been collecting the poops. And it's there's so many poops, man. It doesn't end.
900 of them.
I've collected about 180 so far.
Jeez.
And I feel like
that's a lot of crap to be collecting.
Yeah, it's I felt like I collected all of them. Only 180. Damn. And you only need 400 to upgrade the maximum capacity of your how much you can carry a weapon or shield or a bow.
Is that what those things do?
Yeah, man.
Now, do they go in increments, or if you get 400, you're just at the maximum?
Increments.
Okay.
And you can, if you want to, you can just upgrade your sword and never upgrade your shield and never upgrade your bow. But it's kind of dumb not to do that. But yeah, you can do that if you want to. But the cool thing about it is that your shield and your bow doesn't increment. They are independent incremental. So let's say if your bow needs 1 Korok seed, and your shield wouldn't need 2 Korok seed, it still needs 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk about Persona. What are you thinking about that game? You like it?
Oh, it's so good.
So good. Yeah, the intro.
So good.
I still haven't played any past the intro, but man,
yeah,
that game has style. It really does.
Where did you reach from the intro?
I literally got to where you get to where you do that heist, and then it's him talking to an attorney.
To an attorney?
Or yeah, where he's being interrogated.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's all I got. I haven't done anything else.
So you get your. That's it. You just wrote your name and get your.
Yeah.
You get your beat shit out of
Yeah, and then the last thing I saw was him on the train, just Persona 4, and I'm like, you know what? before I go any further in this journey, I have to get my life together because I know that's going to be a long journey, and I'm still super excited for it. But
then you're never gonna able to play it.
No, I'm gonna play it. Don't worry.
But you said when you're gonna get your life together, your life is always fucked up.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But at least when I get it to a manageable
fuckable situation.
Yeah, a less fucked situation.
Less fucked situation. Oh,
But speaking of Persona 5, before we go too far into it, they have decided to put the soundtrack out on vinyl, and I have pre-ordered it. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I bought it on iTunes, and I'm like, yep, this is good because Shoji Meguro knows his way around music, and definitely excited for the.
And you know what I remembered? I was watching this episode of Family Guy, and they make fun of hipsters.
Yeah.
And I remember this guy. He's like carrying a big ass vinyl with him. Everybody sounds better with the vinyl, man. Like it's true, man. Yeah. I like this Matt. If Matt was able to carry vinyl with him, he would do that. Just listen to everything from vinyl.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would. While I do think it sounds better, I'm not going to sit here and try and sell anybody else on that because everything always depends on, the type of equipment you're using anyway. And
it's just in your head, bro.
I know.
It's in your head.
I mean, no, actually, no.
I mean, it's not an argument between MP3 and the wave. Same compression.
Yeah.
It's not the same compression. I understand.
Well, but it's also the difference between film and digital.
I get that because
that's what it, I mean, I could if I were smart, I would be able to explain why film is inherently better than digital. But is that gonna make any difference to you? Probably not. Is it gonna make any difference to any John Q idiot on the street that would give me the time of day and listen? Probably not. Because at the end of the day, I could be like, I could convince them to buy Led Zeppelin on vinyl.
We're gonna fall in this really deep rabbit hole. So let's stop.
Right, but see, I could convince somebody that buying a Led Zeppelin album on vinyl and a turntable and listening to that will be a better thing. They'll be like, yeah, but I got this phone here that I can just basically go on and say, I want to go on YouTube or I want to go on iTunes and hear. Celebration Day or Stairway to Heaven or whatever, and it's right there. So,
and I can take selfies.
Exactly. I could take videos of myself with Led Zeppelin in the background, and does a record do that? Nah, dog.
Yeah.
But no.
But you know what the record can do is flying discs. You can chop somebody's head off.
This is true. I mean, didn't you see Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's like, no, don't throw Blue Monday. What are you doing?
Yeah, you should throw Jay-Z.
I don't know about that, but so how far are you in Persona 5?
I am recruiting my. I'm on my second heist. Finished it, and now I'm just waiting for the big event happen. When you take on a dungeon, and say, you have this much time limit.
Yeah.
So what I always like to do in Persona is finish the dungeon as fast as possible. So I don't leave it at the last second, so I can have about 10 days of just doing social stuff. Mm-hmm. Without getting bothered with people saying, oh no, you have to finish the dungeon or it'll be too late or she's gonna die know. So I'll be like, I have about 10 days of freedom, nobody's bothering me, I'm gonna read some books, I'm gonna socialize with old people,
I'm gonna go fishing, gonna take the moped for a ride.
I'm gonna play a video game inside the video game, which is awesome.
Great. Yeah.
Immersiveness.
Yep. Yeah. Immersive dating sim.
It sounds silly, and it's like Persona, it's so hard to explain somebody who has never played Persona to convince him, because if you describe it, it does sound dumb, but it's so good though.
Yeah.
They made Sims fun.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's one of those things that I think through the mechanics of the dating sim, they actually capture a weird slice of life vibe to it, and that's something that's really hard to do in film. It's really hard to do writing, and it's generally pretty easy to do. Actually, I don't want to say that, because I'll bet you a lot of people try it in music and just fucking fail because their life is boring. But yeah, like I think it captures like the aspects of one's life pretty well, and there's none of it that feels like heavy-handed or overwrought or just being dramatic for the sake of drama. Like I think at least I'm just talking about Persona 4 really, because I haven't played much of 5, but I think that team captures that in a way that most people should really look at and say, hey, I mean, even with Catherine, they captured dating life really well, and they captured the pitfalls of it and the triumphs of it. It was really cool, and they even captured the stress of it in a way that was probably ahead of its time. But
like, who should I pick? The daughter of Satan, or the mentally fucked up chick, but which is kind of like pregnant? Was she pregnant?
I don't think they ever really nailed that one down, did they?
Yeah, but I'm like, you confused. Should I be like, should I go with the pregnant girl? Should I go with the crazy hot chick? It was Satan's daughter, but she's kind of hot. She's hotter than her. Like, says it's a hard decision. Yeah. I bet the other chick goes freaky in the bed. The other one is more tame. They're like, it's hard.
True. Yeah, I mean, it's hard out there for a pimp. What can I say?
Yeah, I have to. It's hard to pick your virtual waifu.
Yeah, but so you've done. So how do the heists work in Persona 5? I've heard many different interpretations. What's yours?
How does it work?
No, I mean not the gameplay. I know the gameplay, because everybody said the gameplay. If you like Persona 4's gameplay, you're gonna like Persona 5. It's
kind of the same. You reach at the end of the dungeon, and you have to steal the treasure, but the treasure is inanimate. You cannot like steal it right away. Mm-hmm. So you have to turn the. So here's the thing: you reach the end of the dungeon. You reach the treasure room, but the treasure is it's like a floating glob spirit thing where you cannot just steal it. You have to turn it into an object. To do that, you have to go back to the real world and quote unquote trigger the guy. So let's say there's this person. I want to change his heart. He's a really shitty person.
Okay.
To do that, you go to this other world, which is called the metaverse. Okay, and you go to his castle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he has this castle built up. You reach at the end, and if you steal his treasure, he will have a change of heart. So he will stop being a shitty person. And he will confess all of his sins and crimes. Okay.
Okay.
So to change the treasure into something you can grab, that spirit orb thing, you have to go back to the real world and trigger the guy. that you're trying to steal his treasure from. To do that, you send him a calling card that exposes his crimes. You say, we're gonna steal your heart because you did this shitty stuff, and he gets triggered, and the spirit blob thing turns into into an object, and you steal it. Once you steal it and defeat the boss fight, he will have a change of heart. Then he will confess his crimes.
Okay.
I don't. Did I just? I don't know. Is this like spoilers? Did I spoil it for you?
Probably. I don't care because I actually asked you.
Yeah.
But I actually think that instead of actually saying, "Oh, you're going to do this character this way," because I think explaining how the dungeons work, because in Persona 4, you were trying to make people.
I tried to be as vague as possible.
Yeah, and I think you did fine. Because you didn't. It wasn't like you were in Persona 4 going, "Oh, when you go fight Chie in her dungeon, or when you go fight Yukiko in her dungeon, or when you go fight, what's the other guy's name? Daisuke? Was it him? Is that how you say his name?
Ah, you mean the flamboyant guy who likes fucking Barbies?
No, that was Kanji.
Who?
Daisuke, the first guy that you're friends with.
Ah, Yusuke!
No, in Persona 4.
Yeah, Yusuke.
Oh, is it Yusuke?
I'm pretty sure it's Yusuke.
Okay. Well, the first guy, you have to go make them face like the bad aspects of their personality. So I don't really think you were too spoilery. I mean,
yeah.
I
didn't
don't
say any names.
So
Isn't Yusuke? Who the fuck was it?
So you've done 2 of these then, right?
Yeah, I did 2 of these. I'm like, and like Persona 4, where you don't know the major plot point until you did a couple of dungeons where you start to like have like very small hints, and that's you start off
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and then.
It is. It's Yusuke Hanamura. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yosuke. It's Yosuke with an O. Okay, Yosuke. Yeah, that's his name.
Isn't there a Yosuke in the new one too?
That's Yusuke in the new one.
Oh,
That's
it's
why
Yusuke in the new one.
Yeah, and your best friend is Yosuke in Persona 4, and the new one is Yusuke. Yeah, Yusuke is like the kanji of the Persona 4. 2 different personalities, like way 2 different personalities, but their sexuality is
conflicting.
It's kind of familiar, where you don't know kanji if he's gay, bisexual, or straight, and same goes with Yusuke, which is fine. I like it because it adds the mystery. Like sometimes you have a conversation with this guy, and like, is he hitting on me, or I'm not sure, But then like he likes girls because what is going on, It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, he like clearly has a thing for Naoto or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they only really touch. I mean, they touch on the fact that Naoto sort of identifies as a dude because of her upbringing, but yeah, I think those games are good.
Yeah.
I think they say a lot. I think they do a lot more in terms of writing than people give them credit for. I haven't really been playing anything. To be honest, I have not had time. I've been working way too much.
I thought you've been playing the Dark Souls 3 with the Moose.
I did play Dark Souls 3. Yeah, I did. I did help him beat the Lord of Cinder.
Weren't you guys gonna play the DLC?
Yep, we are.
Okay, cool.
I don't know when because I'm so busy. I've been working so much. It's been bad.
You should be fucking rich by now.
Dude, I wish I was, man. I wish I was, but I'm not. That's sort of.
Are you sure you're getting paid? You're paid, like fairly.
Oh, I'm getting paid. That's for sure because all that money goes right to my rent and to my student loans and to other things.
Student fucking loans. You're like fucking 50.
No, I went back to school in my 30s.
Yeah, I know.
From 31 to 33, my friend. 31 to 33, I was in school.
Thank God I have no student loans. That's what you get for being smart.
I mean, okay. Then again, even smart people here have student loans.
Yeah, but if don't you get like about 80% scholarship if you have a GPA of 3.7 and up?
I have no idea.
Because most universities here in Lebanon, if you have a GPA of more than 3.7, you get an 80% scholarship.
Oh, wow. That'd be great. Yeah. Here I am growing up in America like a sucker.
No, but it's really hard to there's only like 10 students who got that GPA in every single university.
Well,
yeah, but the great thing is that they don't look at the cumulative GPA. They look on the basis of each semester. Isn't that awesome?
Well, they don't need to look. If they're looking at the basis of each semester, if they're looking, then that's even harder because, like, let's just say you have like a 3.6 and you just take a bunch of fucking shitty easy courses and get a 4.0, your GPA goes right up.
Yes, but I'm saying like you can get the financial aid because of the current semester.
So, but like you have to have the 3.7. It's not like you have a 3. If you manage a 3.7 throughout your college career, like you kind of have to do it every semester, which means you have to be. I think that's actually trickier to pull off, where you'd have to, just be good. And that's where I had my problems because in my first time around in college, I was not because I didn't know what I wanted to be.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
but yeah, no, I've been working a lot, but we were able to beat the Soul of Cinder. I helped him beat the Dragon Slayer armor as well.
Okay.
Who else did we beat? Dancer of the Boreal Valley.
Dancer of what?
The Boreal Valley, the Blade Dancer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We beat a bunch, and then basically the DLCs. The DLC is basically the only thing I've not done in that game, and I'm looking forward to actually tackling it because I miss those games. I think the last time we talked in an episode that sadly will not make it to air due to technical difficulties, I did say that I had restarted Dark Souls 2 and was playing with my buddy Ahmed, and he and I took care of the Lost Sinner in that. That game's still fun. All those games are still so fun. And then I did try and stream some Spelunky a while back too. That was a good time. Got to the ice caves.
Still playing Spelunky, I see.
That game's good, man.
Yeah.
That game's good.
I don't know. I never played it, so
you should play it.
No opinion. I have so many other games.
Do you like Rogue Legacy?
No, I fucking hate Rogue Legacy.
Okay, then you won't like Spelunky.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I get why Rogue Legacy is great, but like the problem is that in Rogue Legacy you have one try, one. It's not like okay, I did a mistake. Repeat, mistake, repeat, mistake, repeat until you memorize the map and you can master it and move on. But no, you cannot do that in Rogue Legacy because every time it's randomly generated. Mm-hmm. Fuck this shit,
Because roguelikes are amazing.
Yeah, I can get good at something if I dedicate it to something and repeat it about 100 times, and I'll be like, okay, now I can do this, right? But if it's every time it's random, it's like, oh, I've got other stuff to do. I understand why people like it, though. I just don't.
Okay. But see, I think that's sort of the same. That's sort of the same thing I would level at a game like Dota, where I'd have to basically dedicate my life to it, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but Dota is not randomly generated every time.
No, it doesn't. But you also have to. I feel like even with a
there's like a lot of combinations. I understand that.
Yeah.
But in the end, you'll reach an understanding to the game, which is like, okay, if he does this and this and this is what's gonna happen. So yeah, it's not it doesn't get random anymore. But you have to put about like at least 3 months every day, 4 to 5 hours, so you would start understanding and not being actually good.
I mean, I'd rather just... I think Spelunky is way simpler than Dota. Same with Rogue Legacy. Because you just have to deal with mechanics. Like, that's really it.
Yeah. I think Dota comes from a lot of people's childhood back in the day, because Warcraft was very popular, and the mod that Dota was made from Warcraft was so popular in internet cafes all over the world.
Yep.
And when Dota 2 came out, like, people already knew how to play the game.
Yeah, because, Dota 1, geez, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was a kid. I remember as a kid.
Like, that was like the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Because Dota was a Warcraft 3 mod, right?
I just said that.
I'm just making sure. Well, you said Warcraft. I was making sure I knew which Warcraft, because I know it wasn't World of Warcraft, because I didn't play that, but I played all 3 of the original Warcrafts because they were amazing.
Warcraft.
I even played the original StarCraft.
I have played the original StarCraft. I haven't played StarCraft 2.
I sucked at StarCraft.
Yeah. I think as a kid I was so into internet cafe games, like you know how South Korea is, like people just play fucking StarCraft, fucking Counter-Strike, and internet cafe games, and that's what I was one of those kids.
Yeah.
I was just spend about 4 to 5 hours every fucking day, play Counter-Strike, play fucking Dota, play Command and Conquer. Yeah. Then
Or Diablo.
What?
Or Diablo.
Diablo wasn't that popular here in Lebanon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Diablo's so good. So good.
I'm not denying that.
So good. I like the one thing I've heard that. Have you ever heard of Path of Exile?
I guess, yes.
You guess? You haven't heard of it?
I think I heard of it.
It's like the spirit. I wish that game would come to PS4. I really wish it would, because I would love a spiritual successor to Diablo 2. Because Diablo 2 was so weird for that series.
I remember Necromancer was my favorite class.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong. The Necromancer was fun.
Yeah, Necromancer was awesome.
What do you say? You want to talk some news?
Yeah. Let's talk some news.
Apparently, PS5 is going to drop next year, according to analysts.
Analyst.
Sure.
What?
Sure.
Yeah, analyst. What did I say?
Anyway, what do you think about this, sir?
It's fine. I have no problem with that. It's been 5 years. I'll buy a new console.
But what happened to the 10-year life cycle that Sony always talks about?
Come on. I think because people are surprised by this, because PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 was such a long cycle.
It was.
Such a very long cycle that people just got used to it. But the thing is that the leap of technology was so step forward for PS3, because it went to SD to HD, right? That it didn't actually need a new cycle for a really long time. But now hardware is moving so much fast that 5 years, it's a fucking decade now.
Right.
That's why we're having this fucking mid-cycle upgrades consoles that we're getting. Yeah,
I just don't know. I kind of want to say it's not needed, but I'm not sure if that's the right thing to say.
I think it's needed because you're holding back developers a lot because they wanna do all of this new stuff, but they've been held back by old hardware, and engines are getting so much better and better these days where they can't just limit themselves.
But see, Chris, everyone wants to talk about, we're holding developers back. But okay, let's say Sony announces PS5 at E3 this year, releases next year. Guess what? We're still going to get a game as terrible as fucking Knack on PS5.
Whoa. Knack was great. Okay. Knack was awesome.
Like I said, we're going to get a Knack on PS5.
Knack 2.
and then everyone says, and then that's immediately going to spark a question, well, was this really needed? And it's just like, I'm not going to sit here and say that PlayStation and Xbox are the pinnacle of video games. I'm not that stupid. But at the same time, what's stopping me, other than myself and money, from building a PC and leaving consoles behind altogether?
Money.
That's what I said, other than money.
There's no other than money. Most people just buy consoles because of money.
So yeah, like, it's just, what's the point anymore?
Because they don't want to spend a lot of money. Just buy another $400 console. Like, I think people can afford $400 console every 5 to 6 years.
Probably. Yeah. What did you think about Bandai Namco's new IP that they talked about?
This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
You didn't hear about the Prepare to Dine thing? The vampire RPG that everyone was... Everyone was like, oh my god, it's a Bloodborne vampire game. I'm like, nope, it's not, because it's published by the God Eater people, not by From Software.
Yeah. It's an RPG vampire thing. We didn't see any gameplay.
No.
We saw like an anime thing.
Yeah, it looks like Dokuro from the PlayStation Vita. Looks good.
Yeah, I have no opinion about it. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like vampires. Vampires are cool.
Guess what? This is not Dark Souls. Stop. It's not going to be, it's like barely Dark Souls adjacent. It's not going to be like, because people are saying, oh, it's Bandai Namco. They published Dark Souls. This has to be a new, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Because it's by the God Eater people.
God Eater is cool.
God Eater, yeah, I've not played God Eater, so I have no opinion. I know Moose speaks highly of it. You said it's cool, so two people I respect. However, it ain't Dark Souls. So
yeah, it's not Dark Souls. What people are assuming is Dark Souls.
Speaking of Dark Souls, From Software are seemingly recruiting for a dark fantasy action RPG.
Okay,
that's a story from Push Square, and
I hope that From Software understands the difference between grind and tactics.
What do you mean?
Because, From Software, we make hard games or blah, 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 blah. If it's an RPG, okay? If they have to make it in a way where the grind isn't the solution of winning the game. It's tactics.
Well, I think they do.
Okay. Because you're going in an action oriented way where if you are skilled enough, you'll win. But in RPG, it doesn't matter if you're the strongest man in the world, because you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit in an RPG. And if every time the hit is a one-shot kill, then you have to go and grind for more fucking levels so you can have enough HP and not die in a one-hit kill.
Well, but
you know what I mean?
I mean, I also think the Souls games and Bloodborne sort of balance that really well because, look.
Yeah, but you can not get hit if you're skilled enough in an RPG. Let's say if it's a turn-based, you're gonna get hit no matter what.
Oh,
there's
of course.
There's no action where avoid attack. There's no such thing, evade.
Yeah.
Even in Persona, there's something called defend. Okay, let's say you defend it, but if you're a low level, even though you defend it, you're gonna die.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, but like, I mean, I don't think they're going to.
That's what I'm saying. Don't go the difficulty in a way where grind is the solution.
No, I think the way that they design those games is grinding is a solution, and most people think it is the solution. However, I play those games not turtling behind Havel's shield or not trying to, hide from the enemies and wait for an opening. I tend to try and create openings. Yeah, I die a bit in those games. I'm not perfect at it, but I feel like the games are more fun because of me taking that tack to it rather than just finding a big old shield to hide behind and waiting for the enemy to run out of stamina.
Okay, I understand, but you're saying it's a solution, okay? And an RPG, give me an RPG where the solution is not a grind. Let's say you're stuck in a boss. You can't beat him. What's the other solution than grind? You understand what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying, but I was stuck on Smog and Ornstein forever. I didn't go. I never once increased my level.
But there is always an option because you can evade. As much as they can attack, you can still evade if you're high skilled enough. An RPG, there's no such thing.
But Dark Souls is an RPG.
It's more action.
But it's an RPG.
It's more action RPG.
But it's an action RPG is still RPG.
Then you're saying this new game is action RPG.
That's what they said. A dark fantasy action RPG.
Then they're making another Dark Souls game? What's the point?
That's not... No, but see, here's the thing. They might do something different. Because if you really want to look at it, Bloodborne is kind of a dark fantasy action RPG.
But it's still fucking the Souls game. I mean, doesn't matter how much you turn it around, it's still a Souls game.
I think they're going to... I think... Like, I know in a chat that Moose and Matt Phillips and I have been in for what seems like forever now. Moose is dead set on it being Bloodborne 2. And I do believe that there are several sources where Miyazaki has stated he's working on a new IP. If he's working on a new IP, chances are he's breaking away from the lore of Dark Souls. He'll probably make another game that is mechanically Dark Souls.
But it's all upbeat.
Yeah, I mean, to get Shoji Meguro to soundtrack it, I'd be down. But, what if it's just a different tact?
But so you're saying Dark Souls gameplay, but not...
Yeah, just Dark Souls mechanics, but like...
But maybe set in a modern time.
Yeah, sure.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uncharted Dark Souls. That'd be great.
Dark Souls. Actually, that would be great.
I would just... If it were Uncharted Dark Souls, I'd just let Nathan Drake die several miserable deaths.
Come on, what did Nathan Drake did to you?
It's just he's just a douche nozzle as far as I'm concerned.
You're just jealous because he's a sexy man.
I mean, you're not wrong. The level of sexiness on Nathan Drake has not been brought into question because I'm just intimidated. But the last story I was going to sort of bring to the table is, guess who's not going to be at E3 again?
Nintendo!
Yeah, and now everybody who's so talking about, Nintendo needs a big E3 for Switch.
Lol.
Guess what you're not getting at? And now that doesn't mean Nintendo's not going to do something. They always do their stupid treehouse thing, and yes, I think it's stupid. Unless they bring back the puppets. The puppets need to come back for Matt to be interested in. Otherwise, it's just...
The puppets are great.
Yeah, the puppets were amazing. I mean, bring back the Reggie puppet. Bring back the Miyamoto puppet. In fact, just because it was so lovable, bring back the Iwata puppet. Just bring it back.
But Iwata is dead, though.
I don't care. Dude, Jim Henson's dead. Kermit the Frog is still around. What's the problem?
I mean, you're gonna bring somebody who's gonna imitate Iwata's voice.
And be as lovable as Iwata. It could totally happen because that puppet's amazing.
It's kind of creepy, though.
Maybe, but how many voices of the Muppets have died over the years?
Damn.
I mean, because I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure Frank Oz is dead.
Damn.
And he was the voice. He was the voice of Fozzie, Kermit, Yoda, and several other.
Wait, the voice actor of Yoda is dead?
I'm pretty sure Frank Oz is dead.
No.
I will look it up right now.
That would make me sad.
I mean.
No. The thing is that I feel like Nintendo is selling really well. Is selling
Oh, never mind. He's dead. He's alive.
He's alive. Okay. See, you just killed the guy.
Oh, sorry, Frank. I met that guy. He's a nice guy.
Oh, you did? That's awesome.
In like 2003.
Did you ask him to do a Yoda voice?
No, I did not.
Huh.
Because I asked him how much fun he had on the set of the Blues Brothers. He said I had a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I was like, all right.
Cool. So back to Nintendo. They're selling a lot of Switches. Okay, so
yep. They hitting them Switches.
I don't know what they are doing, but it seems it's like it's working. Cause the damn thing is awesome. Like it's really awesome. It's tiny. It's fucking portable. Mm-hmm. It feels if you hold it, it feels robust. It feels like high quality. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like the fucking Wii U gamepad thing where it's all flimsy and like you can break it in half when you get shot with a blue shell. You get angry and just cut it in half. Mm-hmm. No, the Switch is awesome. I like it for that very tiny thing. It has a lot of juice. It really does. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
because people are complaining. Oh, it's not as powerful as the PS4. Bro, have you seen the size of the PS4? even the PS4 Slim. Like, imagine that cramming it to a fucking very small tablet screen thing, which is even smaller than a 7-inch. Like, just people who are complaining about this, I'm bet you they have never hold a Switch, because logically it's not feasible. Maybe it is feasible. Maybe you can cram the CPU and the GPU but you need a portable fan for the heater, okay? Because right. that shit will melt if it was that size.
Right.
Yeah. So my point is that the Switch, for what it is, for its size, it's awesome. And the best thing is it's the portability. So I have a good feeling that the Switch is gonna do really well in the future. If they, like, I heard about I read the article that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is selling a lot. They're selling,
which is good because
which is awesome.
Which is good because there are people with the Nintendo Switch that did not get a Wii U.
And Mario Kart 8 is so good. Yeah,
Mario Kart 8 is real good. It's real good.
Like, you get all the DLCs.
And Dry Bones, apparently. But I think that...
You can play Peach as a cat. Come on.
I mean, as much as I will hold my hand up. I was the first person to say, oh, look, it Switch, getting all these old games. When you think about it critically rather than dismissively, I think they're doing the right thing. Yeah. I think that instead of just putting out a new Mario Kart or a new Splatoon, they're putting out
They are putting out the new Splatoon 2.
Yeah, that's basically, from what I've seen, it's completely unidentifiable what's new in that game. It looks like the same Splatoon, which if there's a whole bunch there and I don't know about it, I apologize, but at the same time, Splatoon was a shooter that I had way more fun with than I should have.
But the problem is with the Splatoon is an exception, because Splatoon was a new IP that Nintendo wanted to nurture it, but they couldn't do it because it was on the Wii U.
Yeah, because they were nurturing it for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So they have a chance to do it on the Switch, but they have to also balance out what they port. They can't just here's all the Wii U games ported. No. They should port the essentials like Mario Kart, Smash, Bayonetta.
But see, why should they port Smash? They could just make another Smash.
Because it takes a lot of long time to do Smash.
Does it?
It takes fucking 7 years to do another Smash. Oh, come on.
But see, when the Wii U launched, they didn't even have Smash in development. They talked about it right after the reveal, and then 2 years into the life cycle, it was there. So you could say
I bet you they were developing it for a long ass time.
You're probably right. Yeah. That was a stupid thing. But no, I agree with you on Bayonetta.
Yeah. Don't port 3D Land, which is the 3D World, which is great, but just leave it aside. Let Odyssey be the focus.
Let Odyssey be Odyssey, because
yeah.
I like Super Mario 3D World, but I think that I liked it because it was the only one of those on the Wii U. Personally, and I don't care what kind of hate I'm gonna get, I think Treasure Tracker was better.
Toad Treasure Tracker? Yeah. Okay, stuff like that. Just leave it outside. Don't bring it. Don't port that. Don't port fucking Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Don't port the Wii U game that you ported. Don't port the Wii game that you ported on the Wii U. Then you're gonna report it on the fucking Switch. Don't do that.
What about
that Super Mario Bros. Wii U whatever shit? Don't port that. Come on.
I think they should just put the new Super Mario Brothers thing aside and just bring Mario Maker, because that's really all you need.
Yeah, Mario Maker they should, because it works. Mario Maker would work great on the Switch because it's a touch screen. Mario Maker works.
It's a touch screen, and if you can tap into Wi-Fi wherever you are, you could just upload the levels.
Yeah. Just those that I feel like those are enough. Then just bring on the new games. Don't port Xenoblade Chronicle. I know Xenoblade was an awesome game, but don't port that. Just focus on the new Xenoblade game. Bring back Monster Hunter, please. Monster Hunter 3 was great on the Switch. Just bring Monster Hunter. If they have this, let's say, indie games. 2 months indie games, you have a main Nintendo title. Indie games, main Nintendo title. Fucking bring Pokemon, have a lot of those random 3DS games that you have on the 3DS. Just bring them on this. I'm not saying porting them. The way you develop for the 3DS, do it on the Switch.
What about
but price them not $60. Price them as an handheld price. But the main title, price them at $60.
Okay. What about what about? So I know you're probably in agreement with they should just sort of taper off the 3DS and focus on the Switch.
Yeah.
Which I think they should, because they have this moment to where they could make a case for this thing that will lead. I think it could lead the industry forward in a very similar way to how the Wii's motion controls move things forward. Now, before you get angry, Chris, because I know you're. I know I can hear your blood temperature rising.
No, I feel like they did. They like the Wii motion control like helped other technologies to advance. Like
Yeah,
the
like-
fucking, like the VR thing.
Exactly. Like the
Yeah.
Oculus Touch shit doesn't happen without the Wii Motion bullshit. And I think that, you know, them doing maybe it doesn't have the most robust internet thing, but like a robust console handheld hybrid, like, you know, Sony and Microsoft are going to look at this and say, huh. Now, Microsoft, I actually think, already has a leg up on Sony in this because they have the Surface. Like, they could take, you know, the technology in the Surface and see if they could develop Xbox technology along with that, and all of a sudden, you have an X Switch, as it were, and
But it has to work like the Switch, not fucking streaming.
oh
games.
no! I'm not arguing with you there.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying they could say, oh, well, we have Surface, we have Xbox, let's just tape them together because that'll work. No, I think that they could use those resources and develop something even better. Or because like I was at the hospital on Friday night, and I actually played Spelunky on my Vita, and I'm like, I actually sat there and I go, what am I doing with this fucking thing? Like
the Vita is great though, but kind of.
Then I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just done with Spelunky. Maybe I just need to stop. But then I looked at all the other games, and I just started thinking to myself, I could fucking be playing Breath of the Wild right now.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had a Switch.
I mean, the Vita was great. I've had a lot of fun with it, but like you said, Nintendo pushed the industry where you can have console, quality with you anywhere.
Yeah, and basically, I think maybe. If Sony, I mean, getting back to the PS5 thing, if Sony is even entertaining that, like, they have to look at the Switch and look at their Vita and go, okay, we did this thing wrong, and we can do it better. Now, the one thing that I would love to see, like, from Nintendo is not to do the whole everything has to be Nintendo branded, because I feel like Nintendo doing all the Nindy talk, it seems very like, oh yeah, we're thinking about it, but we're never actually going to do it. I think they need to bring just to throw Touchstone indie titles out there, they need to bring, you know, a Limbo or an Inside or a Hotline Miami, something like that. Not those specific games, because those are just, I don't think Nintendo even looks at those games. But like they could do something that is like that. Like they have Binding of Isaac, for crying out loud. Look at games that have done things, you know, or that are of that caliber, or of that ilk. I mean, fuck, Spelunky, do that. I mean, it's not hard. Any of the Drinkbox games could work on Switch. Oh, that'd be cool if they brought Guacamelee back to it, don't you think?
No.
I do.
No, I'm not saying Guacamelee is not great, but I feel like they should bring back all the new titles. Just forget about the old titles.
Well, yeah, but like
because I feel like it's gonna get the Wii U stigma where, oh, we have Mass Effect 3 now. Who cares?
2 years later.
3 years later. Who cares? We have fucking Batman Arkham City. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, that game. We beat that game last year, dude.
Yeah. So don't bring Splunky. Don't bring Guacamelee. Don't bring all of these old indie games. Bring the new ones that are coming. Like they're doing with Prey.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not saying bring Hotline Miami. Bring something else that's coming. Look at Devolver. Look at Vlambeer. Look at what Team Meat's doing. Look at what any, you know, I'd like them to look at like the Pixel Junk games and see what those guys are doing now and bring them.
Yeah.
I mean, even though they haven't, the last thing I heard them doing was Pixel Junk 1 through 6 or whatever, or 1-6, and I don't know if they ever actually. I don't think they actually released it on PS4,
But the thing is that I actually don't want them to focus too much on that, because I want the team that develops games for 3DS only, to be like, yo, stop making 3DS games. Now do your games on the Switch. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many 3DS games right now. Like, like just focus on the Switch. Get all your developer teams and get them on the Switch.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, now they have all of the indie games that are all in 3 consoles, plus all of these all of these developers that are working on the 3DS. Now they have exclusive games just on the Switch. It's great, Be awesome. Just try. I think they need to try to bring the 3DS demographic to the Switch. So they should say the Switch is in handheld and the console is an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you completely. What do... I just thought of a dumb question, and I'm just going to ask it because I find it very entertaining. If you had to pick one of Nintendo's bigger characters to die, which one would you kill?
The Pikmins. Fuck him.
Why the Pikmins? The Pikmins are great.
They're fucking whatever the fuck. They're like abominations. Yeah, Pikmins.
I mean, okay.
Easy question.
Okay, mine's Kirby. Fuck that guy.
What?
Fuck Kirby. I fucking hate Kirby.
Kirby is great. He can suck up.
Kirby sucks.
Kirby suck up things.
He sucks.
Up like a balloon and flies, and it's awesome. It's cute.
Okay. Lastly, or at least I guess because I just thought about this, with Nintendo recently discontinuing the NES Classic because we don't have unlimited resources.
We don't like money.
I mean, well, I don't even want to say that. It's like they put out something, didn't acknowledge the demand for it, and then said, "Yeah, we're not doing this anymore." Yeah,
who wants money? That's
like
we're Nintendo.
But now they're talking about the SNES Classic.
Oh my god!
Or at least there are rumors.
Oh my god, just don't.
There are rumors rumbling in the Twitter sphere about it.
Just don't, because Nintendo is not gonna change.
No.
There's still gonna be, stock problems, like, cause they didn't change with the amiibos. Like, fuck, if I want to buy the Zelda Archer from the Breath of the Wild, good luck with that, motherfucker, because it's $30 now. It's like, the thing costs like $10, I think, or $15 or whatever. Now they're selling it for $50 because, again, stock problems. That Nintendo's not gonna change. They have been having problems with the stock amiibos. They haven't fixed it, and they're not gonna fix with the if an SNES comes from. Okay?
I agree with you. I agree with you completely.
So no, I don't want this. Because it's gonna be scalpers are just gonna buy all of the fucking things, like buy 100 SNES, sell them for $200. No,
yeah.
No, enough with this. Even if now with the Switch, with is their main product now that they're saying they're gonna focus, go on Amazon right now. I bet you you won't find a Switch that is selling from Nintendo for $300. You'd find third-party shops that selling it for $400, but you won't find for $300. I'm pretty sure of it.
So no SNES Classic for you?
No, enough with the whole stock rigmarole things, like, because I don't want to buy it day one. Why I want to buy it day two? Maybe I don't have $60 right now. Can't I just buy it maybe 3 months later? No, you can't. You can't do that. You always need to be up to date with what Nintendo is doing, because if you're like 1 day late, whoops, pre-orders are done. You cannot get your amiibo. You cannot get your fucking mini classic NES, which looks great, but you're fucked now. No. No, I don't want to have that anxiety in my life. No.
Okay, so here's one for you.
Okay, you think I'm exaggerating, but
No, I don't think you're exaggerating. In fact,
Yeah.
I asked you that specific question just so you would keep talking so I could look something up.
Yeah.
It looks like
but I'm right?
I think you're right. Now, here's the thing.
I will cut off my balls right now if you can find the original price of the fucking GameCube controller splitter, GameCube controller adapter thing for the Wii U. I will cut off my balls right now.
I don't want.
I'm not saying you won't find it, but I'm saying the original price for it.
I do know that it looks like there's a Nintendo Switch, 3 items and game bundle. That is, it's a 32 gig console, gray, Joy-Con, 64 gigabyte micro SD memory card, and Just Dance 2017.
I don't want that.
Disc.
I just want the console.
But that's for $655.
What the fuck? I don't want that Switch. I don't want the gray one. I want the fucking. There's one, the gray one. Okay.
The one with the red and blue Joy-Cons is $380.
There's $372.
But they're not like in stock. They're like from third-party sellers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I told you will find from third-party sellers, but you're not gonna find from Nintendo. That's what I'm trying to say.
The best thing is, if you look up NES Classic in America, it's $250. It's $250.
Fucking bullshit. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's been
like, come on, really?
months. Why haven't? And you know what? When they restock it from Amazon, they just restock it like. It's like whoever's the first can get the Switch, like it's not enough stock where I would hear about the news, let's say a day later, and I still have the time to buy it then. No. You know what I'm trying to say? It's bullshit.
I agree. But at the same time,
I don't want it.
If the SNES Classic were to happen, I would probably work a little harder to get one.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to work harder. Why you have to work harder to buy? Why you have to be up to date every minute?
No. Because here's the thing.
Maybe they announced it right now that we're talking. Now you missed it.
Probably, but
isn't that shitty?
It is. Also, though, like the SNES is my favorite console of all time.
I understand.
Those games I would much rather play than most of what was on the NES Classic. There are some great games on the NES Classic. No argument here.
I understand, but your
I'm letting my nostalgia get in the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also supporting the problem.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, if that were to happen, I would probably be inclined to take a more serious look at it. Would I actually work my ass off to get one? I don't know. A lot of water has to pass under a bridge for that. But see, also at this point, like, why get the little thing? Because all those games will be. See, here's what they should do. Here's what they should do. They should do their virtual console, but like you get the NES Classic edition where it's all the games on the NES Classic for $60.
Okay.
The way that was, because that was $60, right?
Yeah, it was.
And then the same for or however much they're going to sell the SNES for. That price gets you those 30 games, and then that's it. Don't just say, "Oh, we're going to release." Revolving virtual console garbage because no one wants to play this for more than 10 minutes anyway. They just want to say they have it. And really calling it virtual console seems stupid anyway. Because most people just like, oh, I'm going to buy it on the PSN store because it's fucking there.
Yeah, just games.
Yep, it's just games. It's just games. Just games. I mean, technically, I carry a virtual console in my pocket every day on my phone.
Yeah.
Good times. So is that
Call
a show?
of Duty.
Oh, Call of Duty World War II. Oh, they finally went back. Great. This is where I came in.
Yeah. Give us your expertise. You know, I know you're a big Call of Duty fan. I know this.
You do,
so
yes.
So what do you think about Call of Duty?
I love all the duty. I mean,
or the dudes.
I mean, like, who is it? Sledgehammer that's doing it?
You're the expert here.
Is it Sledgehammer's year? I'm pretty sure it's Sledgehammer's year.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so
I'm gonna say yes
because they're not the ones who did Black Ops, right? That's Treyarch, right?
I'm gonna say yes again.
Okay, so you're just saying yes, and I'm just wrong.
I have no idea
Because
trust
I do
me, if I knew the answer, I would tell you.
if I remember correctly, like this would be I think it would be a Modern Warfare year. I think it would be. So
Yes.
Here's the thing. The campaign's probably going to be all right. People are probably going to play the multiplayer all year long, and there's probably going to be tons of prestiging, tons of poning noobs, tons of complaining about campers, tons of that grenade was real glitchy, or sniper rifles are too OP, or what's with the knife, or whatever.
The knife is great. I love the knife.
I mean, that guy on the video once said he ran faster with a knife, which fine.
The servers are still peer to peer, like, because Call of Duty doesn't have any money. Activision is broke.
What?
You don't know Call of Duty is still peer to peer? It's still they never had dedicated servers.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, ever.
Atlas is richer than Activision. I like it.
It's embarrassing. I don't know how. I don't understand why Call of Duty people are still supporting bad behavior. Stop her. Okay?
What? Stop her. What was that?
I don't know. Maybe some Japanese kid is listening. He doesn't understand any English. Maybe
he's super offended at your bad. No, I think that if the games are fun, fine. They're not my thing. They haven't been for. I'm not even sure they ever really were. I think I just played them because friends told me that they liked them, and I'm like, oh, can we play together? Yeah, okay. Well, let's play that then. I mean, and I enjoyed my time with the Call of Duty I played, almost a decade ago now. However, I just decided that that's not my life anymore. I think that those games have pristine mechanics. I think that a lot more goes into them than many people who critique the industry will give them credit for. But it's just not fun for me anymore.
You don't like,
If I wanted someone, more than a decade younger than me to tell me all the weird things they're gonna do to my mother, I would just play a game with Chris. Like,
come
really,
on, I never said anything about your mother. I never should talk to your mother.
Not yet.
I will never do though. I'll shit talk to you on you all day. I don't know your mother. Maybe your mother is a nice person. I don't know. Why want to shit talk to your mother?
I don't know. Why would some random, person on Call of Duty?
Yeah, you should dude, here's my mother's number. Call her and find out. She's not what you're saying. Imagine you actually did that and the kid actually calls your mother. You're like, Mrs. Matthews, are you
Mrs. Matthews.
Are you a cock-sucking whore?
Yes. Mrs. Matthews. Yeah, that'd be great.
Mrs. Kuehl, are you...
Oh yeah, now he's trying to deepen his voice like he's a bro. Even better. No, I just remember there was. I think I was playing Modern Warfare 3, because that was really the last one I got super into. And there was this kid who was talking shit to another person, and the other person was definitely like older, because this kid was prepubescent and just angry.
No hair, no pubic hairs.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was one of the times that I've actually heard of a child talking about doing something to somebody's mother, but then this third voice jumps in, like right as he goes, yeah, I did that to your mother last night. That's why I can't concentrate. And he's like, oh, or this other voice goes, oh, well, how's the gonorrhea treating you? And he's like, and because the kid didn't know what it meant. He just sort of he's like, oh, I deal.
Oh my god.
And I was looking. It was like, all right. And that was like, this dialogue isn't going to get any better. I'm just quitting. I'm done. I'll play. And then I just decided I'm going back to Mod Nation Racers. Because that game was amazing.
Yeah. The problem is that playing with kids is so annoying. Like, I don't have problems with kids if they don't talk. Like, they talk a lot. I'm like, shut the fuck up, kid. Like, I just killed that guy. Okay, good for you, kid. Like, they want fucking. It's not Facebook. Okay, we're not gonna comment everything you did. Stop. Instead of updating every minute.
But you also have to think about, like, I remember when I was younger than the age of 10, and whenever I did something that I thought was cool, I kind of wanted validation from others around me. Like, oh, I just did that. That was so awesome. And you wanted them to go, yeah, just so you felt good about yourself because you don't really know the world yet.
Yeah, because you're a kid.
Because you're a kid. You don't know any better. You
didn't have much love in your life. Because if you have enough love, you wouldn't seek, admiration from strangers.
So you are going to tell me that Chris Haar, as a ripe 7-year-old, had all the love he had ever needed, and he didn't need any validation about any sort of cool thing that he did.
Yes.
This has been the Platinum Achievement Podcast. Before we go, because I think we've been doing this for about an hour and 15 minutes, I think we can safely start wrapping up here.
Yes.
What would you say about doing, like, a Game Hall of Fame?
Right now?
No, not right now. But, like,
Jesus.
just like whenever you think about it, because I've been thinking about this a lot, like
100 list.
No, not like a 100 list, but like we just say, hey, this is a game that you should play.
Okay, but
it doesn't have to get. We don't have. Wait, what?
There has to be a number.
Like, no, we don't. There doesn't have to be a number.
Come on.
We'll just add this to like a compendium of games that we just say, hey, these are what you should play.
Okay, Persona 4. That's it.
We're not doing it now.
Oh, okay.
Because basically, I want one of us to sort of bring a game. It could be you, it could be me, it could be Brian or Imran if they ever decide to show back up, or any guest that comes on, just as long as we're not talking about fucking Custer's penis again.
Custer's?
General Custer? Oh, really? You don't remember that game?
Oh, General Custer.
You don't remember that game that you brought up, you asshole?
You ask about the fucking weird game. It's not my fault.
Okay, we asked about weird games that you have played. And weird doesn't always mean, let's go to penis. But
weren't you weirded out?
Okay, good point.
So shut the fuck up.
But I was just sort of thinking, like, maybe each of us, like, one says, okay, I want to talk about this game and talk about why it's cool or why it's or why people should play it, rather than saying, oh, well, you have to play Link to the Past because it's the greatest game of all time, or oh, you have to play Dota because it's the greatest game of all. It's the greatest game of all time. It's the only MOBA that really exists.
That's true. That's it. There's no more descriptions you have to give.
Right. But what would you think about doing that? Just having, like, just me just saying, like, towards the end of an episode, you know what, Chris, tell me about a game you think others should play.
Okay, cool. Sure.
And I promise you this. I'm actually gonna promise this. I won't ever talk about Helldivers in this context.
Oh, yes. Okay, cool. Sure.
Okay. Well, any listeners have something to look forward to. This has been, episode 52 of the Platinum Achievement Podcast?
Yeah, the other 52 is dead.
Okay, the other 52 died. This is the new 52. And
ooh, the new 52 DC Comics is awesome.
Right. So this is the new 52 Platinum Achievement Podcast. My name is Matthew Keel. This is Chris Hart. Chris, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Taporian. That's Taporian. Taporian. I don't tweet a lot. I don't actually go to Twitter a lot. But if you do tweet me, I will reply. And you can find me on Instagram, again, Taporian. You can find me on the Platinum Achievement Instagram, PA Platinum Achievement Podcast. And you can find us on Facebook, where I'm most active. I just post news. If you want all the goodies, all the newest news on video games that we game every day, on the Platinum Achievement Podcast Facebook group, just search the Platinum Achievement Podcast. And subscribe us on YouTube, please. The Platinum Achievement Podcast. Also, give us a subscribe, leave a comment. Hopefully it's a nice comment, but if you want to be mean, I don't have a problem. Matt can take it.
Yep.
Because, I'm lovable. Nobody's going to be mean to me. Yep. And, that's it. Yeah. And Matt, I think it's infinite_rewind on Twitter, Instagram, PSN also with underscore. Does PSN has underscore? Okay. And he is, what are you on Wii U?
Infinite_rewind.
Again? Okay.
Yep.
He's
I'm
infinite
consistent.
underscore. Yep.
I'm consistent. And I'm tired. Okay. So, thanks again for listening to episode 52 of the Platinum Achievement Podcast. Banana and out.